See people cheating?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you had anyone ever fart in the car and pretend like they didn't fart and it
The
smells like hell?
prettiest girl in the world the other day.
No way. No way.
And I was like, did she really?
But did she like play it off like it's?
She got in the car before her stop.
Damn.
She's like, you know what? I'm gonna just get out here. I was like, oh, her stomach was bothering.
What are some of the craziest stories?
I got vomited on. Not just vomited in the car. She was sitting behind me.
Oh, so she projectiled that bitch on you. All right, Metaphor.
What's going on?
Appreciate you coming on today, brother.
Man, pleasure to be here. I appreciate the invite.
Hey, happened very randomly.
Very random.
I was sitting at a gas station.
Chilling. I thought you was a criminal.
Kind of looked like a criminal.
It looked like a drug deal.
I thought I was going to
with
jail.
a smashed trunk. You know, just who's this brown dude sitting in?
Yeah, it's a brown dude. I got this guy. Like, no, go here. No,
Make a right.
Go,
make a left.
Right. And it's none of the directions that I should be following. And he's like, make a right. Go behind the garbage can. Now, next to the store,
you're gonna see
be
him
across the street. I'm like, hey, keep it real. Are we going to jail? I don't mind being a part of something major, but cut me in.
Nah. So let me tell you how it all started. I had a super duper important meeting, and so I was in Hollywood Hills at it was like a super duper high end like celebrity style meeting. And so when I went there, I decided to Uber to the place. And I was like, let me just Uber there so that just in case we end up doing lunch afterwards or dinner, I can be in the same car and we can, continue the conversation. And so we get there, we're discussing business. And then like after an hour and a half, we finish and it's this kind of awkward finish. And then I'm like, okay, it's either going to go restaurant route or 1-800-GOODBYE route. It went 1-800-GOODBYE route. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll just get up and I'll say thanks. It was great meeting you guys. Start walking to the door. And they're walking me towards the door as if I'm parked right up front. And I'm going, do I like say, hold up, I got to order an Uber. I didn't bring my car. Or do I just kind of pretend like my car's outside? Fuck it. Let's just roll. And I walk out. So I start walking out. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, thanks. I'm walking out. We get out the door. Luckily, they turn around and go back inside. I walk down and I'm like, well, I can't order an Uber here. I got no service. And I'm not going to wait in front of the house for like 20 minutes for an Uber to come. So I start walking down Sunset Plaza. I'm like walking down, waiting for service. I get service and I like request an Uber. And then I'm like, I can't be standing in front of these houses because I know they're going to call the cops. They're going to be like, who's this weirdo standing in front of our house? So I like order it like a block down the road. So by the time I get there, it takes like 5 minutes for Uber to come. I'll get there. So I get there, he rolls up and like, I'm like, damn, this dude's pretty cool. Like he's a super cool Uber dude. And he's like, we're like sharing, I'm like asking him stories about like, yo, tell me some funny shit that happened. Tell me some cool stuff. And then that's how we led to the gas station to meet up with you to go elsewhere. So that's kind of like the backstory.
Picking up strangers on the corner.
It's crazier than that. So put yourself in my shoes. I get this ride. Hills, no problem. It's already you're already
expecting a story.
Where you are.
It's a story.
Like, what am I about to go into, right? And so I get there I see where the address is, but before I can get quite there, there's a guy, and he's standing on the corner. He's like, right, just
real sus, too.
Just real suspect.
Yeah.
Looking. Apart from that. Remember, there's a girl
across the street.
There's a girl waiting with her book bag or something. I'm like, yo, what is this guy about to try to have me accomplice to? So I've been on edge with him the whole time, right? And I'm like, you all right? And he looks like he's trying to get out of somewhere. I'm like, we'll figure it out. The kid seems safe. So he
I got like how many stars did I have?
Yeah.
490.
Yeah,
4.9.
People trust him.
Yeah.
So we get in and he's telling me to meet and how he didn't want them. What he was leaving and why he had to walk down. So I thought it was hilarious.
And then we're going. I'm like, yo, what are some of the craziest stories? And I'll ask you now, like, what are some crazy stories that you didn't tell me back in the car because you thought I was a civilian, and now you're like, okay, no, this dude's not like he's chill. I can like open up now.
Well, man, I've had situations. The working nights.
I feel like that's a little sketchy.
It's the worst. It's if you want to shoot an action. Something that you may become a part of. Go ahead and do rideshare at night in one of these major cities.
Do you have a camera that looks at the customers?
Yes.
Do you ever pull that footage and want to post it?
No.
Not necessarily. Now, and there's also cameras around
the whole car.
Where the one I'm in, yeah. It's a movie. Because a lot of the action starts when you're pulling up. A lot of times you're coming into action.
Got it.
And I'm a writer, And I said one of a dope show that someone could make is a show that the name of it is Do, and that's when I called my rideshare. Because people get in, you're always saving them from something, like at night. There's some crazy story. Like this guy picked up in good old hills. And the higher you go in those hills, the crazier it gets.
That's why I walked all the way down before I ordered.
The higher you...
Crazier and weirder?
Than that? Yeah. It was
No, I'm just saying the higher you go up.
The higher you go, it gets the stranger stories when people are escaping. And this guy was like, he was at a party, everything was going cool, and it was some naked women, until some naked women crawled in and just started crying and laid under a glass table just crying. And he said that was whatever. So then another guy comes and lies next to them and starts dropping acid in his eyeballs. And
Were you inside this house?
No, the guy got in the car telling me this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I picked him up. It was like midnight. He was like, "Yo, get me out of here." Then he started telling me all the different stuff that was going on in there. But I think the one that we were talking about is I got vomited on. Not just vomited in the car. She was sitting behind me.
Oh, so she projectiled that bitch on you.
Not the first one. The first one, she respectfully hit the back of the seat in the floor.
As a true professional, if you're gonna throw up, look down, throw up in front of you.
Or fucking crack the door.
Well, and she might have tried to. I remember I tried to roll down the window when I was vomiting, and well, I tried to go out the window, but the window was up.
Wait, you got sick too?
Yeah, not driving. Not driving, just as a person.
Okay, but
chilling.
That story when she threw up on you,
No,
you didn't feel like throwing up.
No, I
okay.
She threw up on me. I pulled over, being a gentleman. I went in my Escape LA bag that I keep in case the big quake comes while
I heard there's some cookies in this bag.
There's cookies in that bag, bro.
What's inside the Escape from LA bag?
An Escape from LA bag, there's high protein snack bars.
Okay.
Because in case I'm in a ravine somewhere, take a bite and put it back until the troops get there. There's 2 6-packs of water. There's, for some reason, toiletries. I don't know why. Like, who's gonna be thinking of that at that time? Like,
I think it's important for morale.
You never know.
Your morale is important. Like, line up the beard.
Yeah,
make sure you get rescued. Like,
toothpaste,
looking good.
Toothpaste when the zombies come. That's what I should focus on. And clothes, like a couple
extra. Yeah.
So I go in my bag. I help clean her up. Meanwhile, her husband or dude, whatever, he's not helping at all. He's just screaming on her for throwing up. And I even give her a shirt to put on because now she's wet, so she's cold. We leave. It's all good. We get there. We get to the stop. The guy, the dude, he's like, thank you. They're both really thankful and apologetic. And he gives me $20. He goes to give me $20. I'm like, no, man, that's not necessary, right? But I took it eventually. And that was the end of, it was New Year's Eve. So I wasn't making no more money. And that was a lot of money that night, right? Because of the surge.
Yep.
And that's big in LA.
Yeah.
What time was it at New Year's Eve?
It was early, man. I didn't even get the after club.
Because you had to clean up the car.
I had to clean up the car. Yeah,
well, no, you're done. Your car's going to smell like vomit.
Yeah, it's going to smell like it's vomit everywhere. I couldn't clean it off.
Yeah.
And so I went in. Well, anyway, I charged it to the game. They charged them $200, standard. And then the next week they hit me. The rideshare company hits me like, hey, the customer, we gave you $200 for the cleanup fee. The customer said you forced him to give him $20, to give you $20. Like, forcing it? What are you talking about? How could you force somebody to give you $20? And if I'm gonna force them, why stop at $20?
Yeah, like $20.
Go for it.
Yeah. Give me your wallet.
Give me a wallet. Give me her wallet. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. But I fought it and lost. And it was just a principle.
That's where you needed the footage.
That's where I needed the footage. That's what I say now all the time. Because now I'm like, any of those crazy stories. This camera saved a lot of drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Give me some examples.
Well, and
like,
collisions.
What's some crazy... Well, forget collisions. Those are boring. But like, some serious stuff.
So a lot of times you'll pick somebody up who's really shit-faced, right? And
can you say no? If they're too shit-faced?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't feel safe, you can just be like, I ain't doing it. Only time you can't say no by law is if they have an animal.
No way.
Service animal.
Well, whether it is or not,
but
everyone's
you
going
can't
to have a
ask
service.
if it's a service
Yes,
animal.
you can. That you can. You can't ask.
I mean, you can ask. You can't ask them to prove it. I'm sorry.
Correct,
yeah.
correct.
So if they have an alligator, and like, is that a service animal? They're like, yeah, and that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. So you got to sit in the car with an alligator.
You got to sit in the car with an alligator, pit bulls, and you got to sit in the car with it. If they say it's a stat, I think that needs to change.
What about a cow?
If the cow can
With like
fit,
a bell and everything.
I would like that though. I would be like, hold on.
Like, listen, my cow, we can put the head out the window, the tail out the back. I'll sit in the front with you. We'll give him some hay. We're just going down the street.
I'll let you finish your story, and then I got a fun question for you.
The animal thing you can't, like you said. Now the drunk thing, you get to the person's house and they're passed out.
Then what do you do?
Then what do you do?
You can't touch them, like to grab them.
Right,
like,
right.
What do you do? Use like a stick?
You keep trying to shake them. One time
What about a water bottle spray? You know.
I think we're getting close to like
assault.
You're hitting them almost.
Or battery.
Yeah, that's battery, right?
Do you spray water on?
Yeah.
So what the fuck are you supposed to do? Just sit? Well, is the clock still running till they get out?
Yeah.
All right, so you just fucking sit there.
Yeah, but what if they're OD? Like I just have I overthink stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this
you might
could
want
be
to keep some Narcan in the car.
That's a very good idea.
They should be in your backpack.
There should be a Narcan. Like, you know how you have like a $200 charge for throwing up in the car? Like, should be a $200 charge. My driver had to like hit me with Narcan.
Well, Narcan, you just up the nose.
Oh, okay. So it's not like
it still should be
Pulp Fiction where they like open up the chest and like stab it in the heart.
That's
adrenaline.
Yeah, right.
But then you got the karma on you that you saved the person's life. So
yeah, that's true. But you escape a lot of the crazy.
So what happens in that scenario if someone's passed out in the car and you're at their destination?
So
and let's say it's a female.
So when it happened to me, it was a female. Thankfully, her friend, where I picked her up from, her friend called the
Uber
ride service for her. So we got her. So once we got there, I called the friend back.
Oh, because
because I can. So I'm like, hey, we're here. She knocked out, and I'm like, do you know which apartment is hers? Is there anybody in there that can come outside? I'll help. And they're like, nah, she lives alone. Da 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 da. I said, well, what we're gonna do? You're gonna stay on this fucking phone, and I'm gonna walk her to.
Are those phone calls recorded?
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk her upstairs, and she could hear the girl barely coherent, right?
Yeah.
So I walked her up the stairs. I'm like, you still there, right? She's like, yeah. You on speaker, right? Yeah. And I'm like, what do you want me to? Because I got her keys.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you want me to do with her keys? And she walked me through it, where to put it. And she was gonna come first thing in the morning. I said, I'm gonna lock her door, and her keys are in here on the counter. But if it wasn't for that,
you wouldn't have.
What would I have done? I don't know what I would have done.
You probably have to call 911 and just have the ambulance.
They probably have an ambulance driver.
Yeah, let the fire department deal with it, and then you just take off.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you could do.
Right.
I mean, if they were OD'd in your car, you'd have to call 911. So it's like sort of the same.
Well, unfortunately, in today's times, you have to err on the side of caution.
What do you mean?
I mean,
call
911.
911.
Yeah, call 911.
No matter
like,
what. Yeah.
Don't take it into your own hands.
No.
Like, that was one version, I think, of calling 911, quote unquote, because the documentation. And
it's more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a tricky deal, man. It's fun.
How many years have you been doing it?
Recently, I just started back. Total, if you add it, I would say 3.5. No, 3.
3.5?
About 3.
Have you ever seen any scenarios where like this person's like a working person? I can tell from like the way it got picked up, the app. You know what I mean? Like a guy ordering.
You're gonna have to read through his brain on that one.
Yeah. Like, let's go down to the gutter. And so like, can you tell? I'm always wondering. I'm like, do guys ever like not order, but like call up a girl to like come in? Like okay, let's just start over.
Oh yeah,
you ever see people cheating?
Cheating?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're cheating.
Or getting caught cheating?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
A lot of there's times, and so phones, they're homing devices now.
Yeah.
So you can, a lot of times what'll happen with a you can pull up. You help people move out doing this job. We'll say that.
Okay.
Where you might not have caught the act, but you get there at the tail.
You're the evidence.
You're in the third act, the closure. You're helping.
You're helping to escape.
Relocate.
Give me an example. This sounds juicy.
So basically, get into a place and screaming and you're waiting, and don't make your driver wait. Don't call your driver world until you're ready to get in the car.
What's a realistic wait time? Like 2-3 minutes?
Well,
none.
We'll wait 5. But I figure you shouldn't do that till you're ready to get in the vehicle. Like a lot of people will do it and then start getting ready. Or
You better be ready in like a second.
Yeah, just come on out, right?
Yeah.
But we'll wait till like 5 now. 5 minutes. It's up to the driver really. And like if you live on a skinny street or a weird street where people are,
It's a pain
I
in the
gotta
ass.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, but other than that, the what
We're talking about cheaters.
cheaters. Yeah, you'll get there and you hear chaos on the inside,
Bro,
and you're like,
if
I
there's
hope that's not
I
my
love
people.
gossip, so
Uh-huh.
like, I don't think it's gossip, but I like the drama.
Right.
So if I was driving the rideshare and I'm rolling up and I'm hearing like gossip and they're going over 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, I'm waiting.
You hanging out?
I'm like, listen, man, I'm just giving you that 5-star treatment. I'll wait as long as you need me to.
So what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
So one time I picked this guy up, business type dude, West Hollywood, like one of the agencies, and
like the
agencies, yeah,
okay.
like CAA, one of them. I don't know which one. It was
Okay.
one. And he got in, real cordial, real cool.
From the house or from the
I picked him up
office?
from the office.
Okay.
And then he gets on the phone. He was like, "Excuse me, let me go ahead and take this." And I was like, "Getting off early?" He was like, "Yeah, I got to deal with something at home." Right. He gets in and he's on the phone, and you can hear her
Just unloaded.
unloading. 100 miles, and I mean, she was 100 miles. It
I don't know
wasn't
if
on speakerphone.
Yeah.
I don't know if
but
I'd go home.
That's
at that
what
point.
That's what and she was like, and all of your shit is outside right now. You could hear her. She's like, I'm throwing this out. I'm throwing this out. And he was trying to, the funny part to me was he was trying to be cool for me.
Yeah.
Not knowing I could hear her. So he would be responding to her like it was a normal conversation, like, right, but I remember, I don't think that's an appropriate thing to do at this time. Like like I said, I'm in route. And she's like, fuck you! I'm like, right, I understand that you said that, but, and I'm like this trying to hold it in, and I'm not good with holding my laugh.
I would have
Yeah.
just looked at him and said, bro, just fucking be honest.
Be like, yo, I could hit up LAX real quick,
You want
get
me
you to
to-
Vegas. Like,
if
Mexico, wherever
Mexico.
you need to be.
Okay.
and I was like, is he just stuck in work mode too, where he's talking like it's a business thing?
Nah.
He was like, right, but I think if we were to both put our heads together, we can come up with something. You're getting the fuck out today. Blah, 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 blah. Right. I don't think that worked. That wouldn't be very advantageous for. And he was trying to respond to her so cool. I felt so bad for the dude. It was hilarious.
So he just kept the cards going the whole entire ride?
He kept it. He stayed in character. We got there, and there was stuff outside. We pulled up. All he said was, "Oh Lord."
How did that get there? What else? What else are some funny?
And I think for me, most of the fun was in the crazy. I'm not gonna call it fun. It was in those days. I did a lot of nighttime.
What years?
I'm gonna say 14 to 17.
That's LA? 2014 to
You
the
don't
club
do-
scene was really good.
Yeah,
2014
after
to 17.
COVID, it died.
After COVID, man, LA is just not the same.
Okay. Yeah, you be in beefs. Uber Rideshare have you in beefs. Like you pick people up from
Listen,
the club.
I can tell you can never work for the government because keeping secrets
Yo.
is not a strong suit.
Yo, you pull up at the club, and some people get in this, and it's nothing. It's just
Easy
people
day.
turned up. They
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
got out of the club, and then you get like to 100 feet, and then you hear, "There go the motherfuckers!" Just like,
Oh,
yo,
shit.
and then you're like, "Who's the motherfuckers? Who's the motherfuckers? Am I with the motherfuckers? Like what?
Yeah.
What's happening?" And man, people have jumped out to fight.
Do you just keep going?
It depends. So, like, say if it's 3 people and 2 jump out to fight, 1 stays in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you get calloused enough to this shit, you like, yo, you got to go with your people or
Go
wait.
back 'em up.
Go back
Don't
them up.
sit up here.
I gotta go. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not involved
I'm
in
not
this.
the
I'm not
backup.
involved in this. And
Can you get in trouble for, like, let's say they jump back in the car after beating the guy up and you drive off to follow your route, cops pull you guys over, now you're an accessory to a crime?
well, you got. I think that's where
Can that happen?
mens rea comes in effect. Criminal intent. You got to prove. That
Yeah.
I mean to get. I didn't even know there was a fight. I thought they saw their buddies. So I don't
Gotcha.
think nothing would come of that.
Oh, okay. Can
Yeah,
you
I
imagine, though?
That would suck.
Yeah.
What about
What about the packages? How like some transportation companies
Uh-huh.
will do packages, and some people are like, "Yo, can you take this to my boy?" And it's like stuff in
I
there.
did that the other day.
No, like stuff, like illegal stuff.
I had car parts, but yes.
That I don't think you can get in trouble.
Oh, wait a
once
minute.
again-
Yeah, you're seeing the credit card, the
Yeah.
transaction to be. Never mind.
He didn't do it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
question for you.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you saw it all over social media.
What's that?
That one rideshare driver, I don't know which fucking company it was,
Okay.
that denied this rapper.
She was over.
Wait, she just lost her lawsuit though.
She did lose.
Let me finish.
Oh, okay.
If you had that come up to your SUV,
Tell me that scenario. I didn't. I just look at articles and.
Remember when I said,
I look
"Hey, I
at
want to bring a
headlines.
cow in a car,
Uh-huh.
like with a cowbell,
Uh-huh.
and it's an animal, you can't refuse it."
Uh-huh.
didn't fit in the fucking door, bro.
So she couldn't get in the car.
No,
I mean,
No,
like,
she could. She could. She's not that big. She could fit in the car. The guy just didn't want to.
no, not that car. Fuck off. She was 450.
She's not 450. She's not 450.
And I'm baby
And she
G.
could fit in the car. She did fit in the car.
No, she didn't fit in the car.
He didn't want to like risk it.
No,
He's-
there's
he
pictures
was-
of her on the internet barely getting into an Escalade.
I saw the videos. She was like, the guy was like, yeah, my shocks aren't gonna hold it. Like my shocks are gonna go down. All the lights on my car came up. Like my dash is like blowing up with lights because you sat in the car. Like the car's not gonna go with you. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
It is.
What would you do?
She fit
Well,
in the
you're-
car. It just made the lights go off.
Look, it was a Prius C, I think.
I would take
You've
it.
seen the small
And a
Prius
Prius.
Cs?
Did she fit in the car?
I mean, with like,
If she fit in the car,
it was challenging, but she did. But
would
very
take her.
challenging.
I would take her.
But he was saying that the shocks, he just got brand new shocks, brand new tires. Now remember, the service you use,
I saw that.
yeah, that's the
I
one.
saw that. So that I thought that was just a joke.
I
no,
thought
no,
so
no.
too.
Was it an African
thought it was
dude?
staged, yeah.
And he was like, "See?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. With his
But,
accent, amazing. Amazing.
Yo, so that was the actual footage.
Yeah.
Now, when I did see with the her losing the case,
Yeah.
part of the reason she lost it is because they showed footage of her on buses where she couldn't fit in the seat and having to get off city buses.
Oh, damn. Well, city buses, the seats are like this big.
Wait, I have a really silly legal question.
Okay.
In what world do you go through our court system that fast?
You're right. When did they, what state was it in? It's not California.
Fuck off.
Was it
doesn't-
California?
I was thinking the same thing sitting here.
Nah.
If that-
It doesn't matter though. No state.
Or maybe it got dismissed.
No state moves that fast.
Maybe it got
They
dismissed.
might have demurred it out,
Maybe
but still, you're not going in front of the judge for.
years. I mean,
So I'm
cases
just
take
con-
like 3 years.
I'm just confused on that case.
Maybe it got dismissed. Maybe they
It might
just
be
got thrown
half
out.
real.
Yeah.
Or it could have been staged.
That's what I'm saying. Half real.
Should we stage
Everything,
one?
There's so much the stage.
I'm gonna get. Can we get a cow from somewhere, and just
Maybe
like order some?
What about a potbelly pig?
no pigs? Oh, grease them up, butter up a pig, make it all slippery.
I say alligator.
What is the worst case scenario for a driver? Like you pull up, you're like, this is the worst case scenario for me right now. Like I just wish I didn't drive today. What is that customer?
Demanding. So when before you get there, if they're texting and calling and shit, this is a clear.
Oh, like texting you,
yeah.
Okay.
All of these unnecessary specifics,
like
like, hey, I'm standing on this side. Come on this side, not that side. I'm wearing this. Hello, and calling and you don't answer, like you're not driving. Calling and not answering, then hello in all caps. Hello, I'm calling you. That'll get you zoom. Not today.
not today.
This is somebody else's problem.
Okay.
Yeah. I
What
tried to
else?
do it to somebody the other night. I tried to dip on this young lady, and only because I pulled up, she was doing that what I just said. I already knew, but it was gonna be my last trip, so I was like,
I'm not in the night. Like
no,
this.
I'm like, let's do it. It's already over with. She didn't give it a chance. She's hot texting me.
What area? Are you in Hollywood?
I'm in Hollywood.
Okay.
I'm about to tell you exactly where. Right there, where right off Highland.
Oh,
Right.
Highland and
Hollywood
what? Selma?
Like right off, almost
Hollywood and
a block from Hollywood and Highland, like Highland and
Gotcha.
one of those streets.
yeah. Oh, by the Palladium because they had a concert there last night.
Highland, like Highland.
Gotcha.
And Hollywood.
Okay.
Like right in the epicenter, across the street from the mall.
Yeah.
So
Mall.
you know
Yes.
that little mall.
Oh
thing
yeah.
with
The outdoors.
end- okay,
Highland and Hollywood and Highland.
that. So she's hot texting me, and as I get there,
What's she saying?
hello, I'm in a rush, and two, don't put your schedule on the driver. You should have left earlier, right? So I pull on the street. I hear it's dark. I hear somebody screaming to the top of their lungs. I'm thinking it's just LA, right? And she's like, over here. I look, she's doing this. Over here. She couldn't cross the street. Franklin.
Okay.
That's what it was. So you know how hard it. Imagine making a U-turn.
Yeah,
in
you
Franklin.
can't.
You're
It's just
not.
a freeway.
You're not.
It's a freeway.
So she's like, over here.
And what did the app say? That side or the side you were
Where I
on?
was at. Because
Okay.
the app would have took me away to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
If she had did the pin correctly. So she's screaming, I've been calling you. Like, you would have thought, if you would have just came up on it, you would have thought we were dating. I shit you not. She was like, I've been calling you, such and such and such and such. And the phone, we don't answer the phone no more. That's over, right? So
Nobody does?
not the team I'm with. We don't.
Huh?
It's gonna make it where you can't even make the call to us.
Really?
Yeah, just text.
Hmm.
Seems safe.
It's too much
Text and
liability
drive.
in that.
Yeah.
And if you answer the phone every time they call, you will have a problem. So I turned on the street to get her, and she's over here. She's like, turn around. Not me. Frankly, I got stressful people here. And so I'm pulling up. I said, yeah, I think we're going to call it now. We're going to call the night now. I'm going to go get a sandwich and
Just be done.
Go home. The night's over. So, but I was trying to be slick. I go to that next street, and I make a left, thinking I'm dipping. It was a dead end.
Shit.
So I had to make a U-turn. And so when I got back, she's like in the street. She's in the street. Like, I was asking you to do this. Why didn't you answer? She's still screaming. This is all at the top of her lungs. Everything I'm saying, all of her dialogue is in all caps. Okay? She's like, I was telling you to come on this side of the street. Why didn't you just make a U-turn? Then I felt myself about to answer. Then I'm like, that's not part of this. We're not married. I don't have to answer to this woman anything, right? And I said, but I did. I was like, I'm supposed to U-turn in the middle of right here. It's very dangerous and illegal, and it's stupid. And she was like, well, you could have still just did it. There wasn't nobody, people to stop it. She's still yelling, 100 miles an hour.
Is she in the car yet?
No.
Okay.
She gets in the car. I think she knew I was out because the way she kind of stood in front of it. She felt the vibe. And so
She's like, this motherfucker's
he's
gonna leave me.
about to-
He's gonna
I think
dip.
she's used to people leaving her. She's used to dudes leaving her. So she came around and she got in the car. Young woman, I'm going to say early 20s. On her way to somewhere and still telling me, giving me her schedule. Always, she got to get to downtown LA. And she's dressed up, ready to go. She smells like, all the perfumes. And she gets in and she's sitting up now in the chair. Like, so I'm trying to dress. She's here. She's still, that's when I stopped. I was like, would you like to get another one? I was like, let's go ahead and end this. And I think in her youth, she saw my daddy face. That lets you know it's over. This is all over. There's no. The dialogue part has ended.
You fucked.
You're fucked. Would stop playing? Like stop. She calmed right down. Once we made eye contact, she calmed right down. Never heard her voice for the rest of the trip. She was as calm as can be.
How many stars did she leave?
She got 1 star.
From you?
Mm-hmm.
What
No,
about
but how
her
many
to you?
stars did she leave you?
She hurt me.
Oh, she hurt you.
Yeah, she hurt me. She gave me a bad. I knew she would. I was laughing about it. Boy. She was the first person. Because what was it? Do you know what was it when I got with you?
Oh,
Do you
the
remember?
stars?
Yeah,
It's
did you
high.
notice?
It's high.
Yeah. So I was a 5 for like a month straight. I was a 5. So after her, I was a 4.98. So
Yeah.
shit.
Like,
Fucking-
this bitch. Fuck
This
me up.
bitch, fuck up my 5.
But does it really matter?
no,
Okay, it makes no like. What are
it's
some
just
things?
personal egotism.
Yeah, because you're like, man, what the fuck?
I know I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm 5. What is this? You angry ass. And she was such in a rush when we got there, she didn't realize we were there. She was looking down at her phone. She's like, oh, yeah, this is it. Thank you.
Damn.
But she was high as shit. I know she was.
What's the absolute worst experience you've ever had with rideshare? Like the worst?
Oh, puking's pretty fucking high on my
No,
list.
I'm sure.
So the puking, of course.
What's a close cousin to the puking?
A close cousin to the puking. A couple getting into a fight after the club. And they came out with food too. Like, the place served food. And as the argument ramped up, so it was, he would have liked it at first. It was kind of, I was like, oh, this
This is reality
this
TV
is-
right
yeah,
here.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a damn TV show.
Live, too.
Why has this TV show not happened yet? And it got physical.
What happened with the food?
Right. So you saw where this was going.
Yeah.
I know spaghetti was in it. It was it was definitely food scattered about. But I bet you they're still together because afterwards they were both like they kind of. And they was really both sorry to me and was both going in their pocket like, yo, I'm so sorry to put you in the middle of that. Da, 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 da. And almost was laughing about the whole thing. But that ride was like, once you start seeing stuff go up to the windshield, like food, and like, yo, what if when somebody gets hurt? Now, once again, I'm involved in something. But for the most I don't have those nights. Somebody peed.
Like
pants?
Like in their pants? Or like took their pants and like peed in a bottle?
Like she got out of the car. It was you know how some passenger seats is like got a dent in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, it was just a little.
You sure it wasn't water? I'm just fucking with you.
I don't think so.
Wait, who cleans it?
He's got to
What do you
clean
think
it. It's his
cleans it?
car.
I don't know. Maybe the car wash is open at that hour.
No, not
Well,
like,
vacuum.
But how much piss can you vacuum out of a seat? It's a sponge.
I don't know
Depends.
what.
If it's perforated, you fucked.
I stopped saying she pissed too because I don't know what it was. I really don't. It was where she was sitting though. I can see if it was the seat next. I'd be like, she had a drink back there and spilled. She had the top on or whatever. But it was where she was sitting. So I'm like, did she let one go, or is she one of those? What happened?
Have you had any like straight up disrespectful things? Like you pull up, they got a mountain bike, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I just rode my bike. We can put it in the back seat. Like it'll fit in the back seat."
No.
Or anything like super disrespectful like that?
People smoking.
Oh, smoking?
People smoking and like you're not gonna smell smoke, or even vape. I prefer you not do that because it's still
still sticks.
It stinks and it gives me a headache.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So some people even have the conversation which they already know. And they'll still do it and hope you don't notice, because they don't smell it anymore. They think no one does. But I think that's disrespectful as hell.
Have you had anyone ever fart in the car and pretend like they didn't fart and it smells like hell?
The prettiest girl in the world the other day.
No way. No way.
The prettiest girl. Yo, and the crazy thing.
I thought women didn't poop or fart.
Oh my goodness. Yo, she was so pretty. And I took her to Beverly Hills and when she got out.
What did she look? Can you describe how she looked?
No, you're trying to put out an APG.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Just like we get a visual, so we can have like a cartoon playing in our head.
Respectfully, whatever your version of a very attractive girl.
Okay.
I would assume she was a model.
What would? Oh, really? Tall?
I would assume she was a model.
Blonde.
She was tall. You see how she's trying to lead.
I'm leading the witness.
She's leading me, but she. And I was like, did she really? And I was sitting there, and it was almost funny to me. I'm like, because of the irony of it.
Yeah. But did she like play it off like it's?
She got out of the car.
Oh, like right before she got out of the car.
She got out of the car before her stop.
Oh damn.
She's like, you know what? I'm gonna just get out here. I was like, oh, her stomach was bothering her, but she was hot, so it was okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it was like one of y'all, I'd be like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You could have said something, bitch. Why did you do that? But she was hot. So
what would you have said, Brian? Would you, if you like let one loose? Would you apologize? Be like, bro, I'm sorry. I had some like.
I'd say sorry and roll down the window.
Really?
Well, fuck, you're not gonna want the person to fucking bask it in. Fucking roll down the window.
Right. And more people got to get in.
Dude, farting in a car.
It's like farting in an elevator
like,
right before you get in.
And pretending like it never happened is the worst thing you can do.
And then I'm looking around like, are the wildfires still going on? Like, what is that?
Is it my armpit?
What is that? And then I put it together. It became funny. Like, oh man.
Did she know like you could smell?
I think she did.
Okay.
I think she did because all of a sudden her eye contact was off.
Isn't it like hot women are like super insecure too? So like as soon as she saw that and like
it was time to go, she'll walk the rest of the way.
She goes, I can't. My self-esteem can't take this.
He's gonna, especially in our age, he's gonna take a picture and post me on the computer net, and the whole wide world is gonna know that I did a human thing. So yeah, when she got out, she was like 100 miles an hour too. She wasn't
gone. Yeah, like a fart in the wind.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Or maybe she had a poop.
That's what I'm thinking. Her stomach was bothering her.
Bubble guts, bro.
Hot women don't poop. Women don't poop.
I don't know.
It's a thing. No, it's a thing.
I don't.
Your spouse just does not poop.
I'm not asking.
It's a thing.
Right.
Look it up.
Okay. I don't know what biology lesson you got that from.
It's his own biology book. He wrote the pages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't even trip.
Cause I was gonna go quoting it. Like, did y'all know
women
that
don't poop?
Macan said that women don't poop, and this is true. We
Yeah.
know it to be true.
I can't imagine a
Wait.
woman pooping.
I had a completely different question.
Yes.
Don't mind me, guys.
Stealing coffee? I used to do that at bars.
Well, no. What I
No,
did is
he got a regular hot coffee.
I go to a
Cup of ice.
restaurant. I go, "Do you have iced coffee?" No. Can I get a regular coffee? Sure. Can I get a cup of ice? Sure. Can you grab the hot coffee and pour it into the ice? No. Okay. Can I get it? Can I do it? Yes. Okay. So that's what I'm doing now. It's the rest of my
And you
hot
get
coffee.
4x as much coffee.
Yeah, and you get like, well, I'm not doing it for that, but this
I know,
is
I'm just saying.
they couldn't do this in the restaurant.
Well, that's interesting enough.
Yeah.
So I saw you walking around in some superhero outfits.
Damn right.
Superhero outfits.
Oh, bro. I intentionally saved this one.
Where, what's up with the superhero?
This is on his Instagram, bro.
I'm a
You fucking
superhero.
What's your Instagram?
At Metaphor the Great.
You see how I threw that in there? Like as if.
That was a great plug. Until you mentioned the fact that you.
Well, people are not stupid. They know. They're like, this motherfucker just did a plug.
He know it.
He just set him up for a
He
plug.
know it. He gave him an alley
Yeah.
oop.
All right, so how do people treat you when you're walking down the street like this?
Hold on. What was the Instagram again?
At Metaphor the Great, just like it's spelled.
Is it PH?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like it's spelled.
Not the number 4?
No.
Okay.
It's some. If you do that, if you Google Metaphor the Great, there's with the.
He's not a
4.
basketball player? What's
Meta
that? Oh,
World
that's
Peace.
Meta World Peace.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're getting off topic.
Okay, sorry.
ADD.
ADD.
When I walk down the street with the superhero stuff,
Can you describe what that is? I don't know what this is.
What?
I haven't seen this.
What made you come up with this idea, I guess, is the starting point.
so I'm part of a crew called Flow State. Well,
What city is this in?
this is LA.
Okay.
And it's an improv hip hop group.
Okay.
And Pass the Mic. The Pass the Mic portion we have a rap battle where it's like Superman versus Deadpool. Or
No way.
Yeah.
In costume?
Yes. So what I
See
was
the excitement on his
Bro,
face?
you should dress up like this when you're driving and do a performance and record it with the passengers.
I'm gonna do it.
That's it.
Okay,
Hold your
okay, go back.
fucking
Go back.
ideas.
Sorry.
He's pitching it.
Hey, fucking-
Hold your pitches.
I can't help myself.
So we do the hip hop improv battle, and I didn't know who. So the character I'm dressed as is Static Shock.
I don't know who that is.
I didn't know who it was either. And
Did they
the
assign
guys are
this to you?
younger. Yeah, they assigned.
Okay.
So next week, this week we'll be doing you to be, and I was like, cool. So I went and did some research on them. It was a show from 2000 to 2004, animated show, and it went off the air. It was a black superhero kid, right? And it just went off the air. It had 4 good seasons, but so when I started looking into it, my silly mind is like, I dressed up as him, and my initial thought
What
was,
does he wear? What's his outfit?
It's like a blue
it's
fucking.
a blue cape. He's blue and gold.
So he's
he
a Crip.
controls static electric. Why do you gotta demonize it?
I'm not. It's a good thing.
I don't know if Static is. If you watch the show, Static is against gangs.
Static.
That
Mac.
was one of his things.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
It was a positive
Then
show.
why is he wearing blue?
A homie
Well,
over
the
here is
blue
just
was
walking down
around
the
before gangs. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't. I thought they invented the color.
All
blue.
right, so you're just walking down the street wearing this shit.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what I did was I became so in love with the character, right? And I was like, I looked at myself dressed as him though. And I'm like, man, so he sure fell off, right? He sure is doing bad these days. This was 20 years ago. And I'm like, what has his life been like the last 20 years? So then I started writing it. Like this is like a mockumentary.
A mockumentary.
Like, how did we get here from, because he's all lean and like, and
I like mockumentaries.
and so I look like the beat up version if things went horribly awry in his life. And I call his name is Static Show though, because Warner Brothers owns Static Shock.
Got it.
So Static Show is that now Static Show, that's all me to make it a character
Okay.
that, has an everyday life going in coming and going as you will. Trying to fit into 2025.
Okay.
And what the world has to offer. And him being gone that long, excuse me. Of course, he's unfamiliar with technology, political correctness.
Was he in prison?
No, first question. That's how racist that was?
No, I'm asking because you're like,
Wait.
he's not familiar with like
Both you
technology.
motherfuckers are off topic. All right, just so we're clear.
Okay.
Okay, I was.
You're writing your goddamn story. I'm asking you how we got there. You're walking
Okay, I
down the
told you.
goddamn
I'm sorry.
street.
And I'm giving you gold, like
Oh,
nuggets of gold. I'm like, throw this
What'd
in
you two
there,
do with that
make him
one?
a crib.
I'm gonna pull it in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it in. So that's where it came from.
All right,
A hip hop improv show.
Can we go to one of these?
Oh, wait. Shut up. How does it feel walking down the street?
When I walk down the street, I feel empowered, and people know who he is though, because
Does anyone make fun of you?
not to me.
They
Wait.
point and laugh.
Yes.
Okay. They think
Wait,
it's
so
some-
you have a mask on?
You know
too?
what But you know what I get more than laughter?
What?
Static Shock. Oh shit! I swear to God.
Wait, so how come you didn't bring the outfit here today?
Because I had a feeling it would be hot.
Oh, like
Well,
like
and
warm.
it would just look strange.
No, okay, I guess.
I saw it and it looks fucking strange. Not gonna
So
lie.
how does
It
this
would
rap
look
battle
strange in
go?
this.
How does the rap battle go?
So like I battle.
So wait, you like walk down the street and then there's like a random battle.
No, at the Pack Theater. That's
Okay.
The last.
So you just wear it on the street just for fun.
I wear it on the street just for fun.
Gotcha. I thought that was
And
part
then
of.
rap videos. So I did a video bootleg. Just dropped. I don't know if you saw that, but I did a video, and he's in the video. So it's me, Metaphor, the Great featuring Statty Show.
And who's he battling?
He's battling nobody. He's hype man in me in the video,
Oh, okay.
and he's also doing sketch and improv.
Okay, so these battles at the place you guys do it. How does that go?
So it's like the next battle is between Spider-Man and Wolverine, and then two guys will go up
Yo,
fully in character.
that's incredible.
and we whoever it is, it could be like one of the battles was what's the girl from the Olympics, the breakdancer.
Oh my god,
Oh,
the Australian one.
fuck.
Was it New Zealand or Australia?
I thought you were
It was
gonna tell
New
me-
Zealand.
Australian.
I was hoping it was
Australia.
like 8 Mile, just everybody dressed up.
No,
No, this is comedy, bro.
Saying that was my vision.
This is pretty
That's
funny.
not a bad idea though.
You guys should do a Top Chef, like celebrity Top Chef, well, and like in character, like Spider-Man making like
That's hilarious.
spaghetti,
That's hilarious.
and like he like serves the spaghetti like this on your plate. Here you go.
That's not a bad idea then.
So wait, did you win your battle?
I won every battle.
All right, just checking.
But who are you battling?
With that,
Yeah,
Crow. I battled the Crow.
What the fuck's the crow?
just nod your head like you know what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about.
The Crow.
Oh yeah, the Crow. Brendan
Yeah,
Lee.
Brendan Lee.
He died in that. He
Yeah.
got shot by mistake.
I don't really watch TV, but okay.
The Crow is a movie, dude.
There's no way you don't know this movie.
I'm sure I probably did.
Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's kid.
There's no way you
He
don't know
he
this movie.
he like dies in the movie and he comes back as a crow and kills everyone that killed him. He was like,
I don't know anything, and I know this movie.
Yeah, The Crow is a good movie.
I'll Google it later.
Stone Temple Pilots had the song. It was like one of the songs that they did.
Major thing in pop culture. I'm not sure
Mhm.
how you missed that.
It's super
it's
pop.
a major thing.
Yeah, like anyone
The
knows
Crow?
The Crow. With Brandon Lee. That's the movie he died in. Bruce Lee's son.
When did this come out?
Like 90s?
Motherfucker, I was like 5.
Yeah, so was I.
Where are you going with that?
Yeah.
You didn't have.
But you can still watch. You can like
I got an
Netflix-
Indian mother and a white Jewish dad.
So we call him the Hindu Jew. Actually, he calls himself that.
Why not the Hindu?
Because the Hindu Jew sounds
Yeah.
funnier.
Hindu Jew sounds better.
Hindu Jew?
Yeah.
Sounds funnier than Hindu.
He's should I
No, don't
Okay.
even. Nuh-uh.
I want to hear it. Now you have to.
he's black from the waist down, Jewish from the wallet up. That's his thing.
Pause.
He doesn't want to. He didn't want to say it. I say what needs to be
There's
said.
like 30 cameras in here. You didn't want to say what the fuck? What is a secret, bitch? There's 30 cameras.
Because
in here.
he's never said it on camera.
Oh, okay.
I haven't.
No.
Was this the first time?
March 1st is the beginning of a.
This
Woo.
motherfucker.
It is
right?
hot
time.
in here.
I want
You
y'all
don't-
to tell me about the show.
This show.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this about him, but he was the #2 most successful plastic surgeon in all of Newport Beach a while back. That's why he's a doctor, Dr. Brian Gold, PhD. So
That's pretty impressive.
yeah,
You're not
shake his
giving-
hand. You're
don't
gonna
give
leave him
me a
hanging?
pound. The fuck?
Because I'm closing my eyes and shaking my head with the stupidity coming out of his mouth.
I want to
But
hear more. Roll with it.
So, you know, being #2 wasn't good enough for him,
Right.
so he had to lay it to rest.
I get that.
And so he's like, "What else can I be the #2 most successful person at?"
Mhm.
And it was podcasts.
Okay.
So the goal right now is to grow it to be the #2 most successful podcast producer show in all of YouTube.
The goal is to be number 2.
Number two, the #2 most successful.
Okay.
Because everyone hates the #1 guy. The #2 guy gets all the benefits without all the flack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who's the number 2 richest guy in the world right now?
Right.
Nobody knows.
Right.
Number 1 is getting all the heat.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's
That
the
makes
goal.
sense.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Just steal some markets.
Yeah.
Don't need to be the king.
No, number 2.
No, just get up there.
Just under the radar.
Some
Number
market
2.
share.
Yeah, number 2.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we have about 90 million more viewers we need to get, but we're almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah. So anyway, that was it. Like, he was just tired of being number 2 in Newport Beach, and then he's like, let me just start the show.
Okay.
Started the show, and here we are.
Gotcha. I like the show.
Thank you.
I've seen some episodes. It feels very organic. And,
Yeah, I don't script.
and
Obviously. And we
Some-
have no budget, obviously.
And sometimes I don't. Yeah, I don't do homework. Like I just went on your Instagram, see if there was anything really funny, really quick. I was like, "How's this motherfucker work?" You know what? I'll save it for the show.
We were in the car, and I was like, yo, see that car over there in the back of an alley? We need to go over there.
I thought it was a hit. Now I'm starting to look at him like, does he look familiar?
Yeah, did
Like,
I
this
do him
old
wrong?
beef, this some New Jersey
Did I give him
shit?
1 star?
Is this no New Jersey shit or North Carolina shit? Like, what? Because he's telling me to pull. There's a lot of times I would say, nah, you getting out here. I'm not pulling over there next to the car.
Hey, in my
with
defense-
the guy is sitting low in this. You was sitting low in the fucking seat
Yeah.
like this. I'm like, oh, hell no, I ain't going
This
over there.
motherfucker told me to tell him you guys were 12 minutes late.
Oh, yeah, no.
Were we 12? No, we weren't 12 minutes
You were
late.
12 minutes late. Fuck off. Because I started in my
I think
regular
you were
seat.
late. You were like, I was supposed to be there already.
Oh, maybe.
I was in my normal seated position. I was like, the later these motherfuckers get. All right, maybe I'll take a
So
nap.
put yourself in my position.
Oh, and
again.
then I run out of the car. I bang on his window.
It's just too much going on.
I'm like, yo,
I knew I should have bought my gun.
you guys got to
today.
meet each other.
I knew I should have bought my gun today. Was all I was thinking. I knew I should have bought my gun today. Why is he laying down in the fucking seat?
And why is he running
behind where's he running to? Like, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, and ended up being nothing.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. It told me I'm trying to quiet the inside voice because it's
The
working
chattering
against
monkeys. The chattering monkeys.
In my defense, I picked a spot that he would know, and I didn't tell him exactly where I was. I just said I'm behind Chevron.
Me. Okay.
And I'm like, well, logistically speaking, he's going to come down the other street. He's not going to come down that street. He's going to come the back way, pull up right behind me, and then hop out.
I can't tell the driver which way to go. He's got to follow the map.
Yeah, but I'm saying I knew which way you would come in.
Did we?
You literally rolled up right behind me.
Oh, okay.
Not at
worked.
first though,
What do you mean?
because we pulled like this into the gas.
Oh, that's right.
He was over
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Yeah, we went the back route. We came out behind.
Because I was like, do I leave the safety of the cameras of the gas station?
And you did.
I did.
We
I
had
rolled
trust.
The dice.
We had trust.
But did you die?
We built
I
rapport.
think.
We built
How
rapport
do
in
you
that
know when you
32
die?
minutes.
How do I know I didn't die that day? I think about stuff like that all the time. Because who knows if there's an announcement or not? Like you died and it's like, hey, give it up. He's here, everybody. Like you don't know if that happens. So remember the movie Sixth Sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know that's not? You know what I'm saying? I always wonder that. Like, did I really live through that situation? Or was that it? And I just didn't realize it. And in
And
my
we're all-
mind,
But that means we're all dead.
perhaps.
Or brain dead.
Or simulation. Like,
Simulation, maybe.
you see what I'm saying?
Did I shake my head? Yes.
You did. That's LA shit.
Yeah.
That's LA
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, no, yeah. That fucking that's
Yeah, no,
crazy with
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, yeah shit. Y'all need to stop.
Yeah.
You stop.
It's so wishy-washy.
Because it's very not direct, and East Coast people, we don't understand that language. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, and we hear yeah, and we go to do things, say no, and like,
Which one is
You're
it?
You're like,
Which
this
is it?
motherfucker. Get your shit together.
get your shit, pick one.
Oh, any final thoughts that you'd like to leave with the viewers on, I guess, the proper etiquette when you're ordering a car, entering a car, just like the level of respect you should show, and like, what are some things that you would say, like, I wish this would, like, people treat, I mean, like, when I get in a rideshare, I'm like, I'm a guest in that person's vehicle. Like, I can't be disrespectful. There's rules you got to follow. You got to be, like, super, courteous and things. What are some things that you'd like other people to know that maybe don't know?
I wish I would have brought my manifesto. I didn't know we were getting it. I wrote one.
Okay.
Be out,
Top 5.
be outside already. Do not call the driver. Pretend you are the driver.
How do you feel about people wearing their seatbelt?
Wear the seatbelt because it'll make a noise. Not because I care. If you
And
do.
slamming the door when they leave.
Oh, that's the worst.
I heard that, like, it's like a red flag. Like,
I feel like that's kind of a dickhead move.
Yeah, it's passive aggressive.
yeah.
Like you don't want to fight though. Like, so
So you gonna slam the door?
slam the fucking door, you fucking pussy. Like,
On your way out?
You don't want to fight though, bitch.
And you hit me
Choke
with
the
a 1
shit out
star?
you. Right. And you're getting 1 star to show how pussy I am.
What happens when someone gets like a bunch of low stars? Like the
You can get kicked off the platform.
okay,
They definitely look at it like they don't want a problem. Like, it's not the old school, the customer's always right shit. If this person is consistently a problem, we don't even want it.
got it.
We don't want them. So that and
Do you look at their rating sometimes to see if you
Never.
want? Okay,
never. I've never done that. And everybody, I did like, I say, since I've been back, I did like 300 trips, and I only gave everybody got 5 stars, except that one that I told you about.
Any areas of LA that you know, like picking up a customer there is always gonna be trouble?
LAX.
LAX? Always trouble?
It's not even worth it.
Why, they're demanding or?
Well, where they make you wait.
you got to go into that.
There's so much
No, I
stuff.
meant like the demographic. Like, if I go to East LA, I know it's going to be this, or I go to West LA, it's going to be this, or I know I go to like Beverly Hills, it's going to be this. Like an area you just know you're going to get a headache.
I think Hollywood.
Hollywood, nighttime,
Hollywood.
or just anytime.
Something about nighttime brings the entitlement out of motherfuckers. And
An entitlement meaning like this is their
black car service.
gotcha.
So they're on the way to the Grammys to get their 8 awards. That's
With
just
that
Hollywood.
Uber X.
The actual fucking people who in Beverly Hills and Calabasas, they're cool as shit. They don't have that thing to prove. You know what I mean? But it's the people the aspiring motherfuckers who got like 1 gig so far or something. You know what I mean?
You mentioned something too. You said these people are like, they're thinking like they just saved up and they're like splurging with this Uber X ride from A to Z.
Like that person. And you can't tell me. This was tax money, I think, and she was doing it up. Like, this is some bucket list shit. Like, and I just happen to be the mook who happened to come get her that works for her father in her mind, or the academy who sent the car for her. Like, bitch, this a Kia. Get in. Like, what? You are way over the top right now. Like,
a little too extra.
way too extra.
So just kind of be like, stay in your lane, be calm,
you're
be
riding
cool.
you're riding with your buddy.
Yeah.
It's not car service.
Do you care if someone's on the phone?
No. No.
But most people on the phone are like when I'm on the phone on Uber or any rideshare, I just know that like it's kind of rude. Like, I don't want my friend sitting in the car like talking the whole entire way.
Only
know what I
young
mean?
people do that. I know this young, but young people.
Prefer
Oh, then I do it all the time.
No,
I'm constantly on the phone in like rideshares.
no disrespect, but young people that are more socially awkward.
I'm
So-
young too.
Yeah, young.
Okay.
So
they
like
don't, they don't know how to have a conversation.
right?
Yeah.
So with the only through digital devices,
Correct.
They're more comfortable, and whatever. And so they'll do. It's not rude to them to do that. Whereas like older, like Gen X, like my generation. As soon as they're getting in the car, they're like, "Yo, I'm getting in the car. I'm gonna hit you back."
Yeah, because you're on disrespectful.
Or you seen it in the stores. Hey, I'm almost at the cashier. I hit you
Yeah.
back. Whereas younger people will talk on the phone while they're getting rung up and trying to ask.
Still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that's just generational. Nobody's right or wrong. It's just the world you were
How you grew up,
handed.
yeah.
It's the world you were handed. That's it.
Any famous positive note you want to leave? Anything like that's something you want to leave to the world while we wrap up?
Adversity is a prerequisite to greatness. Whatever you're going through, keep it pushing. You got it covered. You got this far. And the only thing that's the end of the world is the end of the world.
And you got your bag for that.
I got my bag for that. And
With
I'll
the
give you a
protein.
granola bar, protein bar, and half of a water. If you, no toothpick.
And you're keeping the cookies.
I'm keeping the cookies.
What cookies do you have? Before we go.
The cookies, you may not have heard of them, and I'm looking at them and I don't know the name of them.
Are they tasty?
They are great. I
Are they
can tell you-
chocolate chip?
Of course
Just making sure.
they're chocolate chip.
And you gotta wash that down with water on your last.
yeah,
Well, what other
sugar-
fucking choice you got?
Sugar
Milk.
high. Yeah. The
You
sugar
ain't gonna
high-
get milk if it's in fucking the backpack.
That's true.
I figure between my fat reserves, the sugar, and the cookies,
He'll
You
be
got
fine.
6 months.
I'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
6 months is usually like no. How long
by
can
the
you
time they
live?
wake me up and rescue me,
You'll be
I'll
good.
know Russian by
Alright.
then, as Russia has taken over, and I'll be like, sugar.
Что? That's all you need.
My
Что?
sugar.
So where can people find you?
At Metaphor the Great on Instagram, YouTube. Check out the bootleg video.
Can we link
YouTube.
it up on the
Yeah,
bottom?
I'll link it up.
Okay, cool.
Those two, YouTube and Instagram.
Okay.
Statty Show, from what I've been made to understand, has his own Facebook
Nah.
at Statty Show, but his link is on the video.
Yeah,
so
we'll push you though.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you
man.
coming
It was
on.
fun. It
today.
was a great way of meeting.
Yeah, and I love the fact this wasn't premised on the stuff that I do, like the music and all that. Just a regular conversation, and that's what make y'all brand really dope to me.
It was cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming.
you.
Appreciate y'all.
See you guys next time.